Alright, so I have started recording for another session where I'm going to explain manual correlation, and we'll be using Fiddler for manual correlation. Now you all know how to use Fiddler, right? How to use Fiddler and how to how in Fiddler which part is response, which part is request. Okay, so I will not go through that conversation. I will be starting straight away from where we will be learning our manual correlation. Now let me go there. I'm going to start a new script. I'm going to start a new script, and it will be a web script, and I'm going to save it in the same folder, and I'm going to give it, let's say TC04, and I'm going to name as manual correlation. Manual correlation. Okay, manual correlation version 001. Create. Okay, and then remember the application that we are working here, web tours application. What is that application? That application is locally hosted. That application is what? Can everyone tell me? The web tour application that comes with HP, it is locally hosted, right? It is locally hosted, and I'm going to actually show you manual correlation in this locally hosted application. Web tour server. I'm going to bring that server here, and also let me go there and let me save this.
About the server connection, I have a question.
Sure.
Server connection, I want to make sure that we don't need internet availability.
For this application, you don't need internet.
But let's say you have a server and you give us access. We can access something from your server.
Mm-hmm.
And in that case, do we need internet availability to gain that access into your server?
Yes. Both of the server and your computer will have to be internet connected.
Okay. So how this one works then?
So this one, remember, this one is working in a way. This one is hosted in this computer. The computer that I am working, this application is hosted in this computer. Okay. Now remember, if you let me start Fiddler as well. So I'll be showing you a couple of things here just for your understanding. Remember, if the application is in internet, how you will be using Fiddler for correlation. So let's say this application new tours demo AUT, right? So this application is in the internet. Is it correct?
Yes.
This application is in the internet, and let's say if you want to do recording on this application, okay, let me just know. Now Office application is troubling with it, but let me go to my load runner application. Where is my load runner application? So I think I have the load runner application. Let me do a recording on it. So I want to record on this new tools demo AUT. I have started recording. Okay, now let me go to Fiddler. Here you can see that it is recording here, right? Now if I click on something, let's say if I click on register, then it should have more recording. That is fine. Let me stop recording and let it generate, show it in new tools. Let me start recording. So these, if you go to Fiddler here, so this transaction, except this Google, all of these are from opening application. Okay, then I'm going to create another transaction, name it as 02 login. Okay, see, I'm creating a transaction, naming it 02 login, and then I'm going to go to the application. I'm going to log in, automate code 1, and my password is L12345, and I'm clicking on login. Now so this, my login was, if you can, my login was successful, right? Now if you come to Fiddler, so this transaction those we get this transaction from login. So this is from login. Now I know there are some extra transaction, will be removed. So that's it. Let me close this transaction. Let me stop it. So after stopping, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to my Fiddler page. Let me see what it was able to record first. So it has recorded new tools demo, and then I have the login transaction. That's it. Good. Now you come here. Can you see, like, some of the, this is for new tools, I know, right? But this is Microsoft. I'm going to remove all of this. Can you see Microsoft? I'm going to remove all of this. They are unnecessary. And then you come here. Can you see Microsoft? Because we have some other thing running, that's why Microsoft is coming here. I'm going to remove all of the things. Can you see they are related to Microsoft? I'm going to remove it. If it is there, it will not harm you, but I'm just making it I'm just making it simple. All of the Microsoft thing I'm removing it. So this is my actual Fiddler trace. Now I'll be saving this Fiddler trace somewhere if I need it later on. So I'll be saving it, let's say here. I'll be saving it, let's say TC01 Fiddler capture. I saved it. Now you stop recording and you come here, remove all of this extra. Now you go to your script. Now can you see that when you log in, can you see that actually this request, okay, can you see that OSCS ID, this dynamic value, right, up to that, can you see this value? When you are logging in, this value is, this is the actually session ID that we will correlate. Okay, that OSC ID, now you know this is a dynamic value. Each time you record the script, it will be different. So what you do, manual correlation, you copy this value. So can you see OSC ID? This is a field, and then ampersand sign, and after that there is another field. So we are looking for that OSC ID equal to, this is the value, and we are going to do a manual correlation on this. So I am copying step 1, I am copying this value, I am going to Fiddler, Control F, I am pasting it, and after that I am selecting responses only. So I am looking for URL that has in the response that value, and I'm going to select decode and find sessions. Now remember the main correlation, the way we learn it. So in login, if you look at inspectors, in login, and if you come here web forms, can you see in login we are using, this is the request, in login we are using this value, but this value we are using it here, but this value has generated in a previous call when we open the application. Can you see, when you open the application, we got this value in 2 places, here and here. Okay, here this is when we open the application, this is when we log in. Now if you go here, actually we are getting that value itself from here. If you search it here, can you see, that is where we are getting that value. Now if you look at, we have it in multiple places. Normally when you are correlating value, let me show you one more time, you are getting it in cookie, you do not capture it from cookie, you look for where else you have it. So next place is in the body. So here we have the value, we will be capturing this value. To capture this value, we will have to give a left boundary and right boundary. Okay, so now I am going to show you how we do manual correlation. I am going to copy. So this is the actual value starting from 8 and ending at 9. So what do you have in the left side? This value. Okay, I am going to copy this as a left boundary. Then I am going to go to my script. So that is coming where? In opening application. So I will be going to opening application. So this is my where I am submitting my opening application request. So remember this being, we remove it from Fiddler. So this being we do not need it. We'll remove this being. But here actually we are opening application. Now I am going to right click, and can you see I am going to click on insert new step, and to correlate manual correlation we will be using, you will be typing here save, and can you see you have the save param ex, and here parameter name. So this will be session ID or whatever name you want to keep, just give a session ID as session ID. The name doesn't matter. Now what is the left boundary? This is the left boundary. Now go to Fiddler. See what is left boundary. The actual value I am keeping something meaningful from the left side of it, and then I am going to take something from the right side of it. I am copying it and I am going to go to my So right boundary. Okay, I put my left boundary, right boundary, and then I'm clicking OK. So now I should have this value. I'm copying, so this value will be saved in that OS session ID, and then I'm going to replace it here. When I'm logging in, I'm going to replace this one. So instead of this dynamic value, I'm going to put that value that I captured in the previous request. Okay, now if you execute it, let me execute it. So an error occurred. I know it will be a problem in virtual machine. I have a problem in the virtual machine. So I will be executing this script from my base machine. Let me just try to execute it again. Let me see if it can execute it now. So let me close it from here. I'll have to close it because there is a problem in my base machine, virtual machine. I'm going to end task, and now okay, now that is closed from here. Let me open it from here. I'm going to open that script that I did in the virtual machine. So I think this is the script. Let me bring details. So this is the script that we have updated right now. Okay, now let me see. So here I have manually input my left boundary and right boundary. Let me execute it now. Okay, so it is not able to execute because Fiddler is not opened. We have used Fiddler here. So let me open Fiddler. Remember, when it's a failed to connect 127, that means we need to open Fiddler. So let me run it again. My Fiddler didn't open yet. It will be probably, yeah, my Fiddler is here. Okay, now you can see that it is trying to log in. In line number 35 it is trying to log in. Let's see what happens. So this Java, we will have to comment out this Java, otherwise it will take longer. So this Java code, we do not need it. It is extra. Remember, it was asking, like when we recorded, it was asking you want to update your Java. So I am going to remove this code. Java and this extra code I don't need it. I am going to comment it out. And also let me see what I should be good now. Right, now let's take a look. If you come here, runtime viewer, can you see it was able to log in, right? Right, it was able to log in. Are you there, guys? Can you see sign up? That means it was able to log in. Now you come here. So if you, I cannot see what is the parameter it captured, what is the parameter it used. So I'm going to go to runtime settings, and from runtime settings I am going to select log, and I am going to put extended log and parameter substitution. Okay, now let me run it. Okay, now let me go to my log. If you take a look here in the log, do I have any log at all? OSCS ID, I am not seeing the log yet, or log, extended log, parameter substitution. Right, I need to select that. Let me do it now. Okay, let me see the log now. I should see, can you see that as session ID? Now if you take a look, first we captured this session ID in here. Remember, we did manual correlation here. We put left boundary as this one and right boundary as this one, and then we captured this value and we saved it in that variable, and then when we log in, you take a look here, we log in, and when we log in we use that session ID. Okay, so the purpose was, remember, I didn't wanted to probably explain this one, because today we discussed a lot. Probably it will be too much for you, but I was trying to give you, we already discussed it in the recording, this manual correlation. I send you a separate recording on manual correlation. I did it here. So the manual correlation, what it does actually, where you see this dynamic value, you copy it and you search it in Fiddler. Okay, you search it in Fiddler, and in the Fiddler, you know, you are using it in login. So if I go back to my Fiddler, we are using it in take a look here in our Fiddler. Here we are using it here in login, but we are capturing it in opening application. So every time you execute this script, you will see this is a dynamic value. It is changing every time. So we are capturing it in opening application, and then we are using it in login. And when we are capturing it, we have given a left boundary. We have given a left boundary. Can you see we have given a left boundary?
And also right boundary.
Right boundary, and then it is capturing for us, and after capturing it, we are using it in login. So that is. Go ahead.
My question is here because you have to open up the Fiddler to run it, to execute that, because it wasn't executing. This is two different software. How they are connected? Just without Fiddler, if the Fiddler is not open, then
Yeah.
it's not possible to
See,
execute.
let me explain you one other thing here. We do not need Fiddler. If you go to runtime settings, and remember, if you go to runtime settings and in proxy, if you remove this Fiddler, if you select no proxy, and if you execute it, you will not need Fiddler. So you will need Fiddler only to when you record it, then you want to capture Fiddler as well, right? Then you will need Fiddler, but when you execute it, if you select no proxy, then you will not need Fiddler. Now, Mr. Babi, did I answer your question?
Yes.
So when you are executing, then you select no proxy, then you will not need Fiddler. But when you record it, to get the left boundary and right boundary, you need Fiddler. When you record.
Okay. All right. But without left boundary, right boundary, we won't be able to do manual parameterization.
No, without left and right boundary, you will not be able to do manual correlation. And to get the left and right boundary, you need Fiddler.
Yes.
Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to send this recording, and also I have sent another recording previously. You watch it, you try to do the manual correlation by yourself. If you cannot do it, let me know. I'll take another session on manual correlation. Besides, I'm going to send you 3 other scripts. You need to script them, and then you need to execute it in the controller. And once you are done in the controller, you prepare a report. I want a report from you. That will give me a sense that you understood what I taught throughout this course. Alright guys, it is a long session, so watch the video. If you have any question, let me know.
So you're recording it and going to categorize it, that's correct?
Rafiq bhai, repeat the question.
Categorically you're going to record it, correct?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I'll send you this recording, and if you still have question, let me know. We'll have another session on it. Otherwise, I'll be letting you know what will be our next class. Will it be an exam or what Maksud bhai want to do? I'll let you know over the email. Alright?
Thank you. Okay, thank you. Thank you so much.
Alright guys, I know today we covered a lot. The last part I'm not sure whether you understood it, but we have multiple sessions on my website. You go through it, and if you cannot understand, if we start, we can let you know. Let me know, guys. Alright, I will stop this session here. Thank you for joining, and I'll talk to you in the next weeks.
Okay, have a great week.
You too. Thank you. Bye.